So I've been showing you guys this stuff called SaltsGone on Instagram for a while now, but I finally decided I should probably make a long form content video for those of you on YouTube, and just to give you a bit more of an in-depth look at the product itself and how you apply it. This stuff is called SaltsGone. Once again, it is an instant salt remover and protectant. It is pH neutral, so it's safe on all waxes and ceramic coatings. It won't damage your paint, your clear coat, no ceramic coats, anything like that. It is eco-friendly as well. So its main uses are marine and coastal properties. You can actually use this stuff on your house if you have any steel fixtures on your house and you're near the ocean. Obviously that salty air will damage things eventually. Obviously the snow industry, my truck is covered in salt here, as you can see, and it is just not good at all. It's just wrecks it. And agriculture and fertilizer, great for the farm industry as well. There's uses, directions, warnings, all the usual stuff. And I did go ahead and pick up a SaltsGone pump sprayer. Obviously, if you haven't guessed already, my hose is frozen. We are in the middle of February. That's why the pump sprayer is a great option if you want to do this with a frozen hose, because you don't need a hose. You'd never want to go to an automatic car wash in the winter. Not only will that destroy your paint, as we all know, but it really won't neutralize the salt, especially on the frame. It's just going to push that salty water around into even deeper places, and it's going to rust out your car even more. So obviously never go to an automatic car wash. If you have a self-serve car wash, that's great. It is better than automatic, of course, and you don't have to deal with frozen hoses. However, you still should take some SaltsGone with you, give it a spray over, and then use the self-serve wash to get the maximum protection. You will be neutralizing that salt first and then washing your car. But if neither of those are an option for you, like I don't have a self-serve car wash anywhere near me. I live on Long Island. There's a lot of wealthy people here. Nobody washes their own cars except people like me who drive all this old stuff. There's no option for me. So this is really my only option to desalt my car. I will not go to an automatic car wash. My hose is frozen. What do? I use SaltsGone and that's it. I don't wash my car in the winter. I only use SaltsGone. I rinse it on and that's it. I leave it, gets rid of all the salt, keeps the paint looking pretty clean, and I don't have to really worry about rust. So I do have my mixture diluted here in the pump sprayer. I'm going to go ahead and use it. So what I do for my Suburban, I would if I had the Corvette on the road right now, but I do not. It's just too salty and too cold for my Suburban. What I do is I do spray the body as well, but of course you mainly want to stick to the frame. You can just see all the salt there that is completely caking up my frame rail. I do obviously have quite a rusty truck, nothing structural luckily, but you do want to keep the salt off as much as possible. Obviously you want to get in your wheel wells as well. All of the front suspension should be sprayed. You can see how much salt is in there. It's literally on the tires itself. Whole body is just covered in salt. And I do spray down the body as well. I haven't washed this truck in well over a month now. I've only been using SaltsGone spray and just rinsing it off. I haven't even been rinsing this with water. I've just been spraying it on the body and leaving it. It does a great job at just getting rid of all the salt. If you don't rinse it off with water afterwards, it will leave a bit of a residue, but I really don't care. It's better than the salt that's on it, and it will continue to protect it from future salt if it is a residue on there. So I don't mind one bit. That's what I've been doing for mine. And important thing to note, this is the concentrate bottle, and this is 1 gallon. However, it gets diluted 100-to-1 with water, so it makes 100 gallons. So 1 gallon of this is good for 100 gallons of your actual spray, and you're good to go. I do just want to show you a quick before and after using the spray on the body with the salt. Obviously, this is a pump sprayer. There is no sort of pressure at all. The salt won't be pressure washed off. There won't be any plain water used. I'm just going to rinse it off with this, and then I'll show you how it looks once it dries. So obviously, you just go ahead and you start spraying it down. As soon as this touches the salt, it will neutralize it. How it works is through the chemical process of chelation. Basically what that is the water in the spray will break the ionic bond between sodium and chlorine within the salt, and the chelation agent within SaltsGone will prevent the sodium and chlorine from ever rebonding back together into salt. So that's how the science itself works. I'll show you how it looks once it's dry. And again, I am not going to rinse the spray off with water. I'm just going to leave it on here. Obviously, again, no type of pressure to physically remove the salt and agitate it off. This is just the spray working on its own. All right, so here is the before shot and here is the after shot. So as you can see, like I mentioned, there will be a residue. You can see that there, but all of the salt is in fact gone. All that's left is the residue from the spray itself. If you want to get rid of that, rinse it off with plain water. I really don't care about it. It looks better than the salt itself, and it's safer than the salt itself. Here you can see a spot I missed. That is all salt, and right here is the residue from the spray. So you can see the stark difference there. But again, all of the salt is gone, and that's with no agitation and with very low pressure water. So I didn't take a brush to this, I didn't take a microfiber, squeegee, nothing. Just the low pressure spray itself, and it breaks up all the salt for you. And there's that compared to the spots that I didn't get. Obviously, I didn't do the whole side of the truck. You can see all of the salt here. This is all salt, of course. And then right back to the back, that is SaltsGone spray. Very stark difference there. You can see for yourself. And here's another great example. This is my passenger side outer frame rail. Just gonna spray it down here. This is a before for you guys. And then I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. Again, no agitation, hardly any water pressure. Just spraying it down with SaltsGone and letting it do its thing, chemically neutralize and break up the salt. And here is the after shot of the passenger side frame rail. As you can see, all of that massively caked on salt is just completely gone. And I don't know how many more times I can reiterate the fact that there was no agitation used, no pressure washing. I literally just let the SaltsGone spray touch the salt and it just disintegrates away. So that's the main benefit of it. That's kind of the entire point of it. This stuff really just does work pretty damn well. And once again, with the frame, you obviously will, but for those other hard to reach places like my rocker panels, all you do is tilt up the nozzle and you don't even have to get on the ground. You just sit here and you let it do its thing. You spray all across the rocker panels here. Make sure there is no rust. As we all know, rocker panels are a prime rust spot on these old Chevy trucks and for most steel cars in general. This is how you do it. No effort really needed. You can get behind your wheel wells here. Huge rust spot on these old Chevy trucks, as we all know as well. Get behind everything, make sure there is no salt. So you can get in behind your wheel wells, any tight to reach spaces. You can just kind of flip the telescope out if you want, and then also push this up, and you don't even have to worry about kind of breaking your back to get under there. You just push it under and it shoots straight up, as you can see. I literally just spray it on the entire inner frame rail, pretty much anything that salt may touch. And just real quick, here's a quick little after shot after spraying the entire body. It's not fully dry yet, but it's getting there. Once again, you guys saw how salty it was before. I'll put another picture real quick here. This is before. Here's the after. All the salt is gone. Once again, there will be a residue if you don't rinse it with water, as you can see here. But again, I don't really care. I'm fine with it. I know the truck's going to be looking horrible throughout the rest of the winter anyway, as it gets more salt on it. I'd rather take this protective residue over new salt any day. So I'm fine with the residue. Basically, once it's spring and they're done over salting the roads like hell, then I'll go ahead and wash the truck like normal. All the residue will come off. It's perfectly fine to leave the residue on there. Once again, the product SaltsGone is pH neutral and it is safe for waxes and ceramic coatings. So it's really no worry. I just leave it on there. I've been leaving it on there this entire winter. Again, I haven't washed the truck with an actual car wash soap and agitation with a microfiber. I haven't done that since would have been about middle of December, around Christmas time. It's currently the end of February. So yeah, I've just been using SaltsGone alone, and that's it. It is a bit pricey, but it's worth it. It's a whole lot cheaper than a new frame or rusted out body panels. And remember, you guys do also get 10% off your entire order if you use the link in the description, or just use the code FighterJet. It'll be right here on the screen. Not only that, but if you use the product and post pictures or videos of you using it on Instagram or social media, and you tag SaltsGone and reach out to them, they will give you a gift card for any future orders, as long as you post it online and tag the SaltsGone account. And just a quick disclaimer here, I am an affiliate for SaltsGone now. However, I have been using SaltsGone spray before they offered that affiliate kind of program for me. Basically what happened was I paid for it with my own money. I've been using their product. I decided to make a video about it on my Instagram, which most of you have probably saw. And they saw that video and they reached out and said, hey, we'll offer you an affiliate status. So now I get an affiliate link, and if you guys use that link, it does help support the channel as well as my Instagram for the Corvette and the 454 Suburban here. So if you guys don't mind, help me out by using that link if you want to try out the SaltsGone. I do highly recommend it. I would not be an affiliate or a sponsor for any product that I wouldn't use myself. Like I said, I have been using this myself for a while now. So once again, I will only recommend things that I use myself. I don't want to screw you guys over and recommend something that's going to be horrible for your car. If you guys want some other credibility, check out RepairGeek on YouTube. He did a test of a whole bunch of different salt removal sprays, and SaltsGone came in very first place. Some of you hear about SaltAway that was in 5th place with pretty piss poor performance. He said it really wasn't much different than using a regular car wash soap. But again, SaltsGone came in first place on RepairGeek. He's a pretty big channel. He did a test of a whole bunch of them. I will also include that video in the description if you guys want some more credibility. And also, SaltsGone left a comment on that video, which was pretty cool. And they kind of explained their protectant process and a little bit of their chemical process as well. So I highly recommend checking that out. Once again, you get 10% off if you use the discount link in my bio, or just use the code FighterJet. Thank you guys for watching. Check this stuff out if you want, and have a good one.